Hello and welcome to Let's Play Endless Space 2, Series 8, Episode 37. I'm JC Proton, and we're picking up at the end of turn 100. We're about to have our election. We are playing a standard faction of the Unfallen on endless difficulty in a normal speed game. Alright boys, we are gonna do it. Do it. So we've had a glorious, finally we've invaded at BK and taken control of the system. Kraz is within range to entwine. So we've got that in progress now. We'll have it entwined in one turn, and then the fleet will fly over to Volans. I did move a fleet up here. I've got my leader and upgraded fire and thorn ships here guarding. You see it's pretty respectable fleet there. The fire ship alone is at about 5,500 attack, 1,700 defense, and 22,000 hit points. Let me pop those up real quick. So I decided to go ahead and do some upgraded designs. So here is what the upgraded fire ship is looking like now. My medium hunter. Bad boy is what I did is I added a gun here, and I added a heavy mount of beams, and I added improved plasma shielding, and I upgraded this armor to be the extreme orichalcix plating. So this is a much tougher ship and does a lot more damage than the old version, than the whatever. Fire 4, I guess it was. The light ship, I don't have any built yet, but I went ahead and queued one up just for fun. This bad boy, triple AGN slugs for guns. So you can see there's a mount like here. There's here, and here. So there's two waist mount and one center mount, and then there's a heavy beam center mount. I upgraded the armor on here to be the orichalcix plating. I added a shield module that is the cheap version of the improved plasma shielding there. It's the lower cost Hyperion one, but it still cuts critical hit damage in half. And then I upgraded. I had these were previously nano repair bots. I decided to splurge. I'm going big here, and I'm going with the smart titanium repair bots. Two of those. So this thing is going to regenerate and repair. I believe it's 25% for each of these, so that's 50. And then the if I go with a repair tactic, then that's another 30%. So you're talking about an 80% repair per battle. So pretty significant. I played around with maybe throwing some squadrons in there, fighters and bombers. But at this point, my fighter and squadron technologies are just not where I want them to be. So right now, I'm just gonna not do those for now. Anyway, we may circle back on that later. So that's what we've got going on. I queued up a few more siege ships because I want to be able to excuse me. Hopefully we won't have too much coughing and sniffling. Sorry about that. Here I've got a light and a fire queued, and you can see their stats are pretty good. I think it's 8 siege ships queued up in front of these thorns. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess it's 7? No, 8. It is 8. So there's 8 siege ships that'll come out next turn. Okay. So we'll get those going. And we'll add those to the pile. They'll be flying up here. I'll be sending them to Genomos probably. Right now, all of the siege ships that we had at BK have moved over to Oshyi. So we're sieging that down at 938. So we're going to attack Oshyi next turn after the election here. And we're going to invade it, and we're going to take control of it, man. So then we're going to have both of these bad boys. We have Galactic Security Charter in progress right now. That's going to be this tech here. So we're going to be able to build more trade subsidiaries. Right now we're in progress 69% towards unlocking our third trade company headquarters. And we'll be putting that in, for now anyway, it looks like we're going to put that in at AE because AE is kind of missed right now. And I don't think there's anything we can do about AB. AB is going to be missed as well. But at least AB is just one Transvine. AE is a Gossamer and a Transvine. So we'll use that as our next trade company headquarters. So that'll be cool. And then we'll be putting in additional trade subsidiaries at BK, NOS, and Heracles. For now anyway. We may keep that long term, or we may change it up depending on how things go with the Horatio. So we're sieging here. We've got Genomos just basically guarded. NOS we have guarded with the Bastion. We put a half a dozen Thorns down here to guard at Heracles. It's just about enough to handle a one battleship if he pops out a battleship, but you see there's multiple civilian fleets here that are a nice juicy source of dust. Need that extra income to help pay for these upgrades and stuff. This is where we're at on this. Strangely, the Cravers have not attacked this ship. Not sure what that's about. I know I would if I was them, but you know, it is what it is. It's got orders to go to Amosa. So when we click next turn, after the election, I'm going to be spamming the Move All Fleets button to try to get that bad boy out of there before he gets attacked. We'll see how that goes. This one's guarding here because we've got multiple food fleets coming in. And I'm scouting ahead with this questioner to try to find a path through to eventually bring that medium ship, the station. I want to bring him down here, get him teamed up with this fleet, and we'll end up putting a fleet together. We've got multiple scouts, like 3 of them I think, on their way. There's one, and there's a couple more down here. They're on their way up here as well, and if we can get all of that together in one fleet, then we can take down these pirates and probably not lose anything or nothing significant. And then we can go ahead and explore these last 3 curiosities. That's just about it for curiosities left on the map. We're just about done exploring all of them. We're at 475 curiosities explored, and that is rocking with our thinkers and tinkers. So all of our systems have a plus 475 industry. So some of the systems that are pretty new, like BK, which is the one it was formerly Dill, now renamed to BK4. You can see the majority of its industry is actually from thinkers and tinkers. So anyway, so let's go ahead and we're going to do the election. So thinking about the parties, you can see over here, our current Senate is pacifists and scientists. These are the leading political parties and the heroes that are the senators leading those parties. However, as you can see, there have been changes in the support amongst the population due to recent events. We've been pretty militant, and you can see the militarist party is all the way up in the lead now with pacifists behind them. So I think what's going to happen next is I was thinking about what do I want to have for laws, and because of the laws, then I have to choose which party I want to run. And I think I still want to go with pacifist. So right now, the highest law I can run, pacifist law, is my precious. They do have a really cool law. Now, don't get me wrong, industrialist mineral misers is really good, and the pacifist my precious is really good. Both of those are enhancing strategic or luxury resources, respectively. But the fair trade bill is that is it, man, right there. Plus 5% FIDZ per empires at peace on all my systems. So right now I'm at peace with 5 empires. So we're talking plus 25% FIDZ on every system. It would cost me about 2,000 in upkeep, which I can actually pull off. Right now I have about 500 population, so Star Boogie costs me about 1,000 because it's 2 per population. So the law I'm talking about is 4 per pop, so that would be 2,000. But I'm assuming what's going to happen here is if I support the pacifists, they'll win. And then the next party that's going to be behind them is probably going to be the militarists. So we're going to be a pacifist militarist government, Senate type thing. Excuse me, federation. So diametrically opposed parties will be in power. So that's interesting. Anyway, you see that with the Cravers, though, too, sometimes. At least when it starts off, you have militarists and pacifists, I think, if I remember right. So that's the plan, is I want to try to, every time you have an election, the party that's, the parties that are in the Senate gain some support. And you can see right now I'm entrenched with pacifists, I'm entrenched with scientists. The militarists are not nearly as strong. And I'm not as enthusiastic about the militarist laws anyway, but I do want to keep the pacifists for that reason. So that's my plan for the election. So after all that jabber, we'll go ahead and get this rocked out. So here we go. Going to try to not accidentally double tap the buttons here and get to actually see all the election happen here. Score-wise, we are at 2826, and Horatio's at 3026. So, yeah, he's less than 200 points ahead of me now. And I'm definitely solidly in the second place. Cravers are at 2542, so they're trailing by almost 300 points behind me. All right, here we go. Let's see. Currently, here's our peace with 5 and at war with these 2. We're at war with Cravers and United Empire, and we're at peace with everybody else because we're pacifists, man. That's how we roll. I want peace across the whole galaxy. Give everybody a great big group hug. All right, so we're going to go with pacifist as the party we're supporting, and you can intimidate if it is a strong penalty. Ideal if the chosen party is not one of the favorites, but the pacifists are one of the favorites. So we're going to do reinforced imperial support. Very strong boost to the selected political party. Ideal if the chosen party is well supported. All right. So that's what we're going to do, man. Here we go. Reinforced imperial support for the pacifist party. Next step. Click and move my mouse away from there. And now we wait patiently. Here we go. Ecologists are doing surprisingly well. It wouldn't hurt my feelings if the ecologists got elected, but it looks like the militarists are edging them out. We'll see who the other parties throw their support behind. If everybody piled up behind the ecologists, they'd probably beat the militarists, but I doubt that's going to happen. And you can see as it goes through there, all of the, you see the little dot as it shows each system's voting. Excuse me. All right, here we go. Looks like the militarists are going to be in second place. Yep, okay, so it's a pacifist and militarist type government. And we are now potent. So I guess we might be maxed out now. So we lose Star Boogie because we no longer have scientists in the government. We no longer have a scientist senator. So we don't get to pass any science laws. So we lose Star Boogie. So we're gonna have to change. I think I'm gonna research the fleet movement speed tech that I'm looking for. We'll just wait patiently. Oh yeah, that's right. We want to spam move all fleets, don't we? Try to get this guy out of here before he gets attacked. Clicky, clicky, clicky. Yes, he made his escape. Excellent. All right, cool. He survived without even getting attacked. Nice. All right, well, we'll take out that Craver fleet. Take this stuff out on the front end real quick here. All right, we'll look through our messages and see what's going on here, man. All right, got some dust. Whew, got a whole bunch of dust.
Though we doubt the purity of your motives, the Protectorate has a proposal for you.
Yeah, no thanks. No, don't want an alliance. Alliance is would be counterproductive. An alliance with Vodyani would put me into war with these four. So thanks, but no thanks. We built the Mavros Skunk Works. Cool, we have Mavros methodology, so we now have the wing coordination battle tactic. Let's take a look at that. Wing coordination battle tactic. Battle tactics here. Okay, it's medium range plus 1% damage per squadron. On squadrons. So your squadron damage goes up the more squadrons you have. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Seems situational, but I mean, if you're running lots of squadrons, I guess it could be good. Okay, population boost ended for them. I don't think I'm really going to be boosting them. Look how many I have already. Ooh, look, you show. Yay! Let's look at... Yeah, there was a U-show on the new system, BK, formerly known as Dill. And I shipped 3 of them to BI, and they are on the way there. I want to spread those around. Just trying to get them to grow. Let's see, what do those do? What do these show do? Extra troop capacity. 20 plus 15% troop capacity on systems that have one. So, yeah. Okay, so that law disappeared. That was the Star Boogie is toast. Improved vessel speed and exploration program. Okay, that's a much more formal name than Star Boogie, right? Okay. So without that law, we now have more income of influence. Our influence is running at plus 3,700. Our research is at 33,000 per turn now. We have a big surplus because of the research completed. Okay, so we completed this Galactic Security Charter, so we're definitely going to build some more trade subsidiaries. Let's get the super light aerodynamics going. That'll give us +2 movement speed on all ships. And then we'll do the custom nucleotides, which allows us to build cosmetic genetics. It gives +1 population slot on fertile or sterile planets. So that'll be handy. You're gonna raise our max population caps, and I'll have to think of. I'm still undecided as to whether I'm going for this one or this one. Mineral manipulation basically gives you the ability to have higher star system trade value. One of the buildings costs 10 antimatter and adamantium, and the other building is free. It doesn't cost any strategics. Versus the optimized logistics is just more dust on fertile and temperate worlds. And smart tax collection, if you spend the money on adamantium, which is not going to be a thing for me because my adamantium income is way lower than my antimatter. So, we'll do those two first, and then we may do one of these two. I'm also considering something over here, maybe go ahead and pick up liquid composites so I can build carrier class ships, and that'll be the fourth one in this to unlock this next tier. It'll give us another law slot and +1 movement speed on our civilian ships. I'm thinking about getting this because the influence goes up from +1 to +2 on places where I have that, but it also kicks in the influence conversion, which I think might irritate people that I'm entwining. So I think if I can get away with entwining without doing the conversion, maybe I'll try that first. Excuse me. Maybe try to get a bunch of stuff entwined and then kick in the conversion, and then all of a sudden they'll be like, "Oh, whoa, hey, now, don't be converting us." And I'll be like, "Heh, too late." Okay, we're gonna take those dudes down, get a whole bunch more dust. Okay. Run through some messages here. I've entwined Kraz. Yeehaw, boys. Oh, this guy's scared to come landing here, huh? Your 6,000 attack, 2,500 defense, and 58,000 hit points. Versus my 8,500 attack, 6,600 defense, and 68,000 hit points. Okay. Okay, so Kraz. These dudes, check it out. Kerr is in range now. So Kerr is going to start entwining. Boom. He'll be done in one turn because he has 15 of those vine ships. And this dude at Kraz, I decided to do it that way. Oh, they used to be able to reach, but now they can't. Because we don't have Star Boogie anymore. Oh. Well, it is what it is, man. It's okay. It's okay. Kraz, the Vine ship fleet from Kraz will head on over to Volans. We're going to have one turn of downtime, unfortunately, but then Kerr's going to get entwined, and then we'll move on up and try to grab these here. Would like to get Aina, Jundur, Arkab, Aine, and Ranas. Hopefully we can get all of those. Okay. Let's see. He leveled up to 8. He is at BH31. What does BH31 look like? 2 hots for now. They won't be hot for long. There is one permanently hot. Okay, so I see why I was going with that, because it is what it is, and it's a little bit anyway. I could do the influence, but I think we're okay, so we'll go with that. More industry. All right. More troops. 20% more troops means 20% more industry from SimCamp. Population, yeah, we lost to Yusho at BK. That's Dill. That's the system we just captured. All right, collection bonus for the Epistis. Apparently we have, what, 10 of them now? 20 of them. Ooh. 20% reduction on improvement construction on any system that has an Epistis. So, definitely going to make sure we have those spread around to all our systems. Let's see, we have 23 Epistis, and we have how many systems right now? 24. Excuse me. So we can get them almost everywhere. We can get them almost everywhere, and do we have any growing right now? Not at the moment. That's okay. We'll have more of those soon. So I'm going to leave that message up to remind me to do that at the end of the turn. We had one grow at AD. Yeah, we grew several, didn't we? Great. All right, and let's see. What did we build? We built some siege ships. We did some terraforming, some real-time relays that are now going to start building some thorn ships. Increasing science. Bunch of good stuff there. I'll do most of that off camera. So like geo-industrial plants are something I build on a system that has like hot planets like this that are permanently hot planets, right? So get that extra industry cranking off of those bad boys. And slag and sludge is obviously going to be in places where, you know, we have resources that we want to increase. All right, let's see here. I think I want to do, let's go ahead and move the siege ships. And you know what? Let's invade. Let's invade at Oshyi. There are 52 defending troops. Let's go ahead and get this invasion knocked out here. What kind of defenders do they have? They have just infantry and armor. Okay. Since they only have infantry and armor, we're going with armor and air. Because armor is extra good against infantry and air is extra good against armor. So since they don't have any air troops, we're not going to have any infantry. So we're optimizing. Doing the old min-max. Okay, so let's go for it here. Invade. And we already pillaged them before, so we're actually going to invade to occupy this time. And let's watch the fight. Looks like we got it. I think there's a little bit of delay on that pop-up. He drafted, so he gets a couple hundred more troops. He can converts one population over into troops. Swords. Okay. Here we go. So if we were to pillage, we'd get 622 dust, 2.5 titanium, 0.1 adamantium, and 0.7 antimatter. So yeah, not worth it. At this point, we will just occupy the system. Yeah, boys. Cool. Yeah, so draft adds up to 175 manpower and increases max deployment limit. Okay, cool. So we now have Oshyi. All right. Cool. Very good. Genemos, a settler ship. Okay, little settler ship. Tell you what we're gonna do with you. Let's see, these guys can all upgrade. Oh, nice. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So right now it's 4,032 attack, 4,200 defense, and 57,000 hit points. Let's upgrade these. Now we're at 7,600 attack, 4,650 defense, and 58,800 defense hit points. Okay, cool. Let's take one of these thorn ships, fly him over here. We'll have that one thorn ship engage with this settler. I don't want to waste all my attacks and stuff. They'll do repair and recover. I guess I could have done full reserves. I guess that was an option as well. I'm sure he's probably going to retreat, and then he may or may not successfully retreat. He may end up getting blown up. While we're waiting, let's see, what's our score at now? 2961. Okay, he did retreat. Wow. So we're at 2963. A true Horatio is at 3029. So he's less than 100 points ahead of us now. We're breathing down his neck as far as score goes. Cool. Okay. So we'll move our invasion fleets over to Genemos. Not our invasions, our siege fleets. Alright, so the siege value at Genemos is going from 158 up to 1,078. Okay, much better. We're getting there. Excuse me. Alright, so the plan will be, let's see, we had previously pillaged Genemos, but it was a while ago. So when we do our ground attack at Genemos, we may or may not pillage, depending on if it's worth it or not, right? I don't know exactly how long it takes. I'm not an expert at all this pillaging stuff. I don't know how long it takes for it to regenerate its value to be worth pillaging again, repillaging. Okay, we have unlocked the economy and trade 5 tier, and we can do the top tier system development upgrades now if we were so inclined. So we can, it's unlocked, we can do it. I'm just choosing not to right now. Excuse me, I'm keeping my options open for now. We're at 81% of the way to being unlocking our 3rd trading company. We can now do 2 more subsidiaries. I'm keeping my options open because even though I'm over by 11 on the maximum number of systems, because I have so many Guardians discovered, I have plus 565 approval on all my systems. So I can go like 56 over roughly, you know, at least 50. I can go over by 50. And I'm only over by 11 right now. Right, so I can go like another 40 or so before it starts to be a problem. So that'll be me finishing invading all of these and me entwining and taking most of these, in theory. Okay, so that's unlocked, and we completed Galactic Security Charter, and we're now going to do super light aerodynamics to get extra movement speed to help replace what we lost with Star Boogie going away. So let's see, we have solar security operations as well, which is a structure we can build to increase our star system trade value by 25%. Excuse me. So we'll put those in everywhere that we have resources that look like they're going to be under a trade route. All right, so we're going to want to put trade routes in. We want a subsidiary here at BK. So let's go ahead and do that right away. All right, so we'll have that done next turn, and we'll see how that impacts our trade companies. I'm still saving up dust for like my system, for my fleet upgrades for the most part right now. Once we get this unlocked and established, then we'll go ahead and level him up to probably the freighter fleets of 4, most likely, and then we'll just kind of be rolling. The focus will be to go ahead and take down these United Empire systems, and then we'll start entwining. And about as we do that, we're going to take these unoccupied systems as well, and entwine them and colonize them. And then at that point, we'll have to, I think at that point, the gloves come off with Horatio, and I will entwine here at Fidus, and I will start just entwining everything I can of his. And, if he doesn't like it, too bad. And I don't know exactly how that's going to play out, but we might end up with military conflict with Horatio. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out. All right, so looks like this dude can come up to here. And he can continue. Actually, let's do the other one, going to Zinnius. See, that is Vojani. That is, excuse me, Riftborn. This is Craver's Scavenger. Their scout ship, is that a scout? It's an exploration vessel, and it has an attack of 445. gracious. Okay, and he's armed with mass drivers because it's 100% damage at short range. 100% damage at short range is the rail guns. I wonder if he's armed with like these extreme rail guns or something. Wow. Pretty tough, man. Pretty tough. All right. Well, I guess we're going that way. I'm gonna try to get these guys up here to NGC 1010. Okay, so we got to do here to sell us. Okay, a Ruins 4 on a Toxic. You know and I know that is almost 100% chance going to be a Endless Foundries. Yep, Endless Foundries. Okay, cool. So that helps out the Riftborn, man. Gives them some Endless Foundries to use for their system development upgrades. Alright, we're going to have that guy fly up here. And I don't think we have any more things to explore right here. Nope. And we can just about tell these guys to just go here. I think that's the path we took. So I think that'll be okay. And this guy too. Tell him to go there. These guys over here. See, he has 10 movement. I think I'm going to lose out on harvesting some civilian populations here, but you know what? I really want to get this fleet over there, so I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. We'll see if we see any as we go by. Yep, there's one there. That's okay. It's the price you pay, man. Good to go to Wyrix. Excuse me. Excuse me. All right. Maybe go to Antares and then let this guy scout out Dorado and then maybe continue. Cool. Okay, so that's all the movement. All that's left for this turn is to move some population around. Do system build queue updates. Stuff like that, which I'm not going to bore you guys with. I'll do that stuff off camera. And so then we'll get together. Next video is going to be probably turn 102. Right? All right, well, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time.